So last week was an amazing week. That was the US election week, and so because of that, we didn't quite take much trade. We only took one trade, which went into about 300 plus pips in profit, which was about a risk to reward of 1:5, thereabout. So if you want to trade gold this week, make sure to watch this video to the end. And before we continue, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with others so that others can see this video. All right, guys. So looking at the weekly charts, let's go to the higher time frame. Looking at the monthly, we can clearly see that price has been very bullish, right? Price has been very bullish. And what we said at the beginning of this new month was that we are expecting for price to come down to the 50% of the previous month. Now, looking at this, price has really gone down to this point. It went way below the 50% area, and we cut the buys from this down point, right? We cut the buys. Price is bullish, but you can see that this month has started to drop. All right, so we just need to now look for how we can, get in on this chart, or the best setups for us to take, because price is generally bullish, but this monthly candle has been going down and dropping now since the month started. Now, looking at the weekly, we can clearly see price is still very bullish. Price is still very bullish. Now, if you look at the weekly closely, you would see how that price has been creating higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows. Now it's creating a higher low, which from here now we should see price pushing back up. All right, so this is what we're seeing now. This is what price is looking like. Now we're expecting that from here price would begin to pull back up and continue its push up, but price is really going down aggressively. If you're going to be going in on any buys, you need to be certain of what you're doing. But like we said, price is bullish, and since price is bullish, we should be mostly looking for buys and not selling. Some people would say that gold now has become bearish, but that's not really the case, because I believe until price breaks this low, 2606, price has not yet really become bearish until price breaks this low. As you can see, what can we expect that price will do in the next week? Now, price can go back up, right? Price can go back up to this zone, this 2722 area, or even a little bit higher. Price can go back up there, 2722 or 273540 area, 273540 area, and then drop from there. Because if you go to a lower time frame, we told you about the heads and shoulders that was forming there, right? So price this new week can go up to that zone, 2722, 2740, and then drop to this area, 2624. 2624. That's what price could do. So price could drop to 2624 area, and then we could buy from there, or price could just bounce from 2645. We're going to go to a lower time frame to see it. Now, what we're going to be looking for now are key areas that we know that price will most likely react from, and areas where price has reacted from before would be potential zones for us to be looking for reversals, right? Because if price gets back to that zone, price will most likely reverse from that point. So we should be looking to buy from around this 2624 area. I actually believe that price will sweep this particular candle and come down lower, but price would most likely go up, test this zone, and then push back down. So we can look for sells from that area, right? But when price gets to this area, then we're going to look for buys. Let's go to a lower time frame so we just understand it better. Let's go to the daily. So now, looking at the daily, what can we see? Now we can see a heads and shoulders pattern forming. Okay, we can see a heads and shoulders pattern forming. We spoke about this last week. Told you guys about it and told you that gold will most likely drop, and gold actually dropped, right? So we can see that this is the neckline. All right, so price went back up to test this neckline area, but as you can see, price has not really touched it, and that's why we say price might most likely, you can see what it's looking like, right? So price might most likely still go back up to this zone, test it, give us a good opportunity to sell. If we find that, we take it, and when price sells to this point, okay, then we can look for buying opportunities and take the market up. So we can look for something of this nature. All right, so we can look for selling opportunities from this zone, but remember, like we said, price is generally bullish. So since price is generally bullish, we have to be very careful on the sells. So before you get on any sells, you need to be very certain so you don't take unnecessary losses. Wait for clear confirmations and signals before you get in on it. All right, because the market, the charts are generally bullish on gold, so we should be mostly looking for buys rather than sells. But if we see a good selling opportunity, we'll definitely capitalize on it. Now, mind you, gold could also do something of this nature and just push up. That's what gold could do. Gold could do something of that nature. In fact, gold could come down lower to this point or sweep it, right? Gold might not even go up. So gold might not go up. Gold could just come down. Gold could just come down and then shoot up from around this zone. So price, gold might not really go back up. Gold might just come straight down and shoot up from there. So whichever one gold does, this is where we're going to be looking for buys. That's the point. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. This is where we're going to be looking for buys. Now, but if peradventure gold now begins to drop and gold breaks this area, breaks this level, okay, then that means we're going to have to be very careful and then start looking for selling opportunities, because what might happen would be that gold will give us some opportunity to sell and then we might take the market down. All right, but I don't quite see that happening. I don't really see that happening, but if that happens, then we'll be coming down to this next zone around this area, 2506. all right, so but this is where we're going to be looking for our buys. Okay, so let's go to a lower time frame. So looking at the 4-hour, as you can see, we told you this is the heads and shoulders pattern. You can see it. So price will most likely come down to this our zone where we're going to be looking for buys, and we'll buy from there. But if price goes up to 2722, 2735, 40 area, then we could sell if we see good selling opportunity, which I'm not certain about that if that would happen. But price will most likely come back down to this zone. So when price gets here, we are going to observe the movement of price from that zone. All right, we're going to observe the movement of price from that zone. Once price gets here, if it gives us something very good of this nature, then we'll ride the market up. So guys, this is what we're looking at. So if price comes to that zone, we're going to be buying. Now those of you who trade is it ICT or SMC or whatever, right, you can say this is a break of structure here, right? We can say price broke the structure here, went up. Now price is coming back down to take inducements and liquidity, you get. So there's an equal low here now, right? So price will most likely come down, sweep these lows, and then from here we might now see price pushing up. Now that is for those of you who trade your liquidity and all that stuff, right? So guys, so this is just what we're looking out for, and this is going to be a good opportunity for buys, right? So price will most likely continue to push up. We just need to wait for the right setups And like I always say, we are not the ones that decide what happens in the market, right? We don't decide what happens in the markets. Our job is to study the charts, analyze the charts, and use the information given to us on the charts to come up with different probabilities of what we think might happen. And then with that, we prepare ourselves for those opportunities. Once those opportunities line up properly with certain confirmations or all our necessary confirmations, then we go in on the trade. So guys, this is just where we're going to be looking for buy. So let us know in the comment section what you think, and if these videos have been helpful, let us know. So guys, this is where you look for your setups. So once price gets to this point, you go to a lower time frame like the 15 minutes, the 30 minutes, the 1 hour, and you're going to be looking for your reversals and your confirmations and all that to know whether or not you should get in on the trade. But if price gets there and price wants to break it, then you won't see any confirmation for any reversal. Price will just keep shooting down, right? So that's how you trade. So guys, that's it. Peace out, guys, and like we said, don't forget to subscribe.